My name is Waylon Lewis, and on Earth Day, I was honored to join my first board meeting for a local city government board. And in the beginning of that, we were served a beautiful meal. It was very thoughtful with a ton of vegan options, but it was all single-use plastic in terms of the cutlery in bags. I had brought my own fork, so I was fine. But of course, most folks aren't going to do that. Even then, with water in aluminum cans, which is sort of de rigueur for all these meetings now, in small ways, we can push for a return to mindfulness, to caring, remembering that climate crisis is equity, that it is the same issue in many ways, that climate crisis exacerbates, hurts, wounds, affects, displaces those who are vulnerable first, hits them hardest, often when they've done the least to deserve it, those communities. So, this is just a call, yet again, to denormalize. It should not be normalized. Single-use plastic. Please stop getting single-use plastic lined paper coffee cups, the to-go stuff. Bring your own. And when you do so, it's not because we're trying to be perfect or we're trying to be, goody-two-shoes or we think it's going to save the whole world. But in doing our little part, we inspire others to give a care, perhaps. And most importantly, because of what we can and cannot control, we inspire ourselves to give a care, to understand that giving a care is in its own way ethical and important to our conscience at the end of the day, that we are showing up and doing what we can. Ultimately, like any kind of love, any kind of open heart, caring is ultimately our only conduit or connection to a meaningful life, even if sometimes caring means we're sad. Let's try to actually honor Earth Day and actually honor equity and actually honor and address our climate crisis in a meaningful way so that we can literally save everything. I just watched a rom-com last night. I kept thinking as they're flying helicopters around and doing all this crazy stuff that all of this is gone. All the rom-coms of the whole world, all the love stories, all the happy children, all the beautiful nature, all of it goes away if our Earth is going to be on fire, under drought, flooding, the extremes that climate crisis is leading to. It's going to lead to all kinds of not good things, and it already is. So on that note, care doesn't mean that big oil companies or whatever shouldn't be held liable. But saying it's just the corporation's fault is sort of a way of not taking any responsibility and not being accountable. And guess who gives them their profits? Supply, demand. All right, so let's change.